So hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So today we will discuss about Security Circular number 2/22. So issued on 2nd February 2022 and issued by Sri Sanjay Chandar, Director General RPF. So the subject is remedial measures against accidental firing by RPF RPSF staff. So in recent we have noticed or observed that many accidental firing cases have been noticed by zonal railways, and the reason is I think they are not trained or not in practice to use or handle the arms and ammunition. So as the incident is increasing, the security circular issued to take care and to prevent accidental firing. So but as far as our question answer is concerned, what are the question they ask from this security circular, we will discuss. So as we have discussed earlier, the subject, the main question they may ask is what is the subject of security circular number 2/22. So answer will be remedial measures against accidental firing by RPF RPSF staff. So we will go through one by one what are the expected question may ask or related to this security circular. So discuss. One more thing, always consider a weapon as loaded. So wherever or whenever you take any weapon or draw from the code, at first you consider that the weapon is loaded. So if you are thinking in such a positive way, the accidental firing may be decreased. So directly we will go through the question or what are the related issues of security circular. So first we have to know that RPF rule. So rule number 10 pertain to central weaponry stores. So the question may be asked that central weapons store is given in which rule of RPF rule 1987. So you can answer rule number 10. Similarly, rule 12 is given for arms inspections team. RPF rule 127 also pertaining to arms ammunition, that is arms and countermeasures. Rule number 230, that is a special occurrence. So in which one point is there, that is H point, theft of arms, ammunition and explosive. If any theft of arms, ammunition or explosive noticed, so a special occurrence will be issued as per rule number 230. So and a special report, you all know a special report is mentioned in rule 229. It also very important. Sometimes they ask a special occurrence and sometimes a special report. So next rule is 265, that is court of inquiry constituted under rule RPF rule 265, in which also RPF rule 265.2, that is a court of inquiry shall invariably be held in case of there are 8 points now, in which D number, financial irregularities, losses, theft and misappropriation of property, whether of public or force, including that arms and ammunition. So since it is mentioned, so that we have discussed and discuss also 265.2. So rule and sub rule also you have to know, since it is related to arms and ammunition we have discussed. And there is a schedule. So schedule number 1 regarding superior officer, in which commandant small arms or commanding officer small arms is the in charge of this arms and ammunition. So it is also important, you can. And there are standing orders pertaining to arms and ammunition. So some standing order we will discuss. that is standing order number 33. So it is modernization of weaponry in RPF, RPSF. So revised scale authorize of ammunition and procurement of ammunitions. So standing order 33 also related to this security circular. Next standing order is 40. So 40 is related to procedure for disposal of empty cases. So after firing, the cases has to be disposed of. That is mentioned in standing order number 40. Next standing order is 58, in which revised scale or authorization of arms and ammunition has been given. And next standing order is 60. 60 also belongs to arms and ammunition regarding safety measures against arms snatching. And next standing order is 61 regarding care, maintenance and inspection of small arms. And standing order number 64, it is also related to loss, birth, theft and snatching of arms. And standing order number 65 regarding general instruction, provision of appropriate weaponry to the force and laying down the scale of arms and ammunition. So it is consolidated scale total. And standing order number 103, that is latest one, provision of appropriate weaponry to the force and the scale of arms and ammunition. So now we are following this scale of arms and ammunition. So these are the very important standing order pertaining to arms and ammunition. So you also learn this. And there are some registers. So all register pertaining to arms and ammunition is given. That is A1, arms stock book. It is A1. And A1A, it is arsenal distinguishing number on arms. So arsenal number has been given now. So that distinguishing has been mentioned in this register. And next register is A2. It is ammunition stock register. So A1, A1A, A2, and it is A3 or A4. So it is daily arms ammunition issue return register. So these are registers. It is also important. So you can learn this also and remember the things. And now we will go through the security circular. What are the important things which are given in the security circular number 2 or 2022. So there may be some incident of accidental firing attributed to lack of sufficient training, and I think, in my opinion, personal opinion, that regular training must be given to the officer and staff who using this arms and ammunition, and some of due to non-adherence to prescribed safety precautions, lack of supervision and lack of interest or mindfulness. So it is the main important. Incident also occur due to unprofessional handling of weapon by our staff. So these are the reason. In addition to safety instruction already available, this is given in earlier, that is that all standing orders and directives. So guidelines has been given in this security circular. We will discuss just brief. So what are the guidelines? Regarding guidelines, first is infrastructure. So now, actually earlier it was there, but now it is made compulsory that sand pit should be there in post wherever the arms and ammunition are there. So a safety zone of 5 feet length, 3 feet depth and 3 feet width should be constructed near armorer, which should be filled with sand. Straight rubber tube or pipe should be used for further to safety. So in which the barrel should be inserted while loading, unloading. In case of paucity of space, a plastic water tank filled with sand may be provided with rubber tube or pipe having bigger diameter than the barrel, so that the safety measures can be taken. and readable notice board, poster for safety precautions, and drill off for issue and deposit of arms and ammunition should be properly displayed in armory or mace or wherever the staff generally used to go, so that person can read and refresh their memory and the skill in this regard. And the same should also be read for the staff while mounting and dismounting once a week at the level of post or outpost. So at the time of briefing of train escorting, the safety instruction also be read out. And next one is suitable arrangement of CCTV recording should be made so that IPF can check, or any supervisor officer can check if the drill or guidelines are followed or not by the staff near court. So the main thing is you have to put one sandpit and notice posters and CCTV footage. It is infrastructure. Next one is drill after issue of arms and ammunition. So if arms and ammunition is issued, so drill should be followed, at least that Nirikshan procedure. So drill should be conducted with the command of party commander if arms and ammunition issued to a party, and if single they are taken individually, so it should be conducted himself only. So drill, and he shall not check the weapon inside 4 wall of court. So inside the court there is no need to check. You come out and then check and follow the procedure. Then after he shall fill rounds in the magazine as per scale and keep them in the pouches. And especially I have told that procedure must be followed. Nirikshan के लिए जांच शास्त्र. And ensure that safety catch is put on ace only. It is very, very important. During the time of training, the instructor also insisting that please check the safety catch is put on ace or not. And next one is drill before deposit of arms. So again I am telling that Nirikshan के लिए जांच sir must be followed. If company or party is there, then party in charge. Otherwise individual they can do. So drill should be conducted with the command of party commander if arms and ammunition are to be deposited by a party, and if arms and ammunition are to be deposited individually, then he should conduct himself. And D is do's and don'ts for armed man. If you have taken arms, so what you can do and what you have don't do is given in this security circular. So the first and foremost is always consider a weapon as loaded, as we have discussed. So if you are considering the weapon is loaded, then the safety precaution should be high. Make it a habit not to put finger on the trigger unless it is required to fire, or press the trigger to make weapon safe. Duty staff shall draw deposit arms and ammunition properly from the court only for themselves. Generally, sometimes they are withdrawing the arms and ammunition for himself also and for their friend and colleagues also. That should be avoided. And remove the magazine from housing before depositing the weapon in court or before keeping at any other place, and keep it safe in the pouch. So ammunition should also be kept in the pouch only. Ensure keeping safety catch. Safety catch must be on ace position only. So it is very, very important that safety catch must be on ace only. And before moving the loaded arms from one place to another place, make safe operation must be performed. So make safe should be performed wherever the loaded weapon is there and you are moving one place to another place. Usually the personal weapon remain in the personal concerned staff. However, a weapon is issued after concerned staff report back from leave. He has to inspect, that is Nirikshan, it, and ensure that his weapon does not carry chambered round and the safety catch is on ace position immediately after drawing the arms from coat. So the safety precaution we have to follow, and in case of staff is carrying chamber round in his weapon during operation duty, he need to be careful and should ensure that the safety catch remain on safe mode. He needs to make his weapon safe on return from duty. In addition, identity of staff carrying chamber rounds should be known to the company, platoon or section commander or party in charge. While not on duty, weapons should be kept with safe custody, armed guard, pistol issued to officer and men deployed even in disturbed area should be deposited in the coat during night and off duty hours, except those issue specific assignment. So this have to be done. And what we have to avoid? So don'ts are: do not point barrel towards anybody. What are the habit? Simply they put barrel on front side. It should be avoided. Barrel should always be kept in safe direction. Unless there is provision of safety zone, the barrel should be raised at 45-degree angle or above from the ground, pointing towards the sky at the time of Khalikar operation. So no one shall clean the weapon in line or barrel. It should be cleaned strictly on maintenance day or other day, time as notified by SOs, the subordinate officer, at an earmarked place only. So cleaning should also be done under personal supervision of and guidance of subordinate officer. And individuals should not indulge themselves in weapon cleaning without supervision of any subordinate officers. So cleaning also be done under the direct supervision of subordinate officer. And ensure keeping the weapon in coat or at a designated place only. Loaded weapons should not be taken to living barrack workplace unless a specified orders are issued by competent authority. And any user of the weapon should not play with or indulge an unnecessary feeding with the weapon. So fiddling is also not be permitted. And weapon should not be issued to or allowed to be handled by unauthorized or untrained personnel. No weapon, especially the loaded one, should be dropped from hand by any personnel. And weapon will always be carried by the RPF, RPSF staff receiving the weapon from court. It shall never be left unguarded. So next point is supervision. So SO, that is officer or NCO, working as in charge of the court, who is responsible for issue and deposit of arms and ammunition, and their safety should not be frequently changed. So expertise should be there. When changed, all minor details and healthy practice should be thoroughly passed on to the relieving officer. For that, enough time period should be permitted for handling over and taking over the charge. And inspection by armorer at a specific interval must be ensured to check the working of arms and ammunition. And last but not the least, I think this is the very important, that is training part, training or refresher. So it is very important that handling of specialized or sophisticated weapons must be done only by RPF, RPSF personnel trained for that weapon. And on the job training is the best way to update professional inputs and tactical knowledge based on the latest trend and operational scenario. Each member of the unit must undergo such on-the-job training. I am also favoring this on-the-job training. So once in 3 months or 6 months. So ensure conducting proper short-term capsule course also in unit or institution for newly introduced weapons. And the rules and regulation regarding refresher courses should be followed strictly. Constable and head constable must be sent for 1 month refresher course one in every 5 years to the Zonal Training Institute by their IPF in charge and divisional heads. Similarly, SOs, that is ASI, SI and IPF, must be sent for refresher course of 1 month in JTI once in 8 years by their IPF in charge and divisional heads. So training must be given for any arms introduced in the force. A booklet on safety of arms and ammunition, precautionary measures to be taken should be circulated to all RPSF battalion and all zonal railway for distribution to the staff, and booklet must be prepared in bilingual, either Hindi and English. And CO small arms may get the booklet prepared with approval of PCSC, RPSF and circulate to battalion and zones. So the booklet very important. What are the safety measures, precaution to be taken is important. So I think these are the question and discussion for security circular number 2/22, and if they ask question, they will ask from this only, and hope you all understand the brief of this security circular number 2/22. So good luck, all the best for your examination. So do practice and learn this security circular. Good luck.